On March 21st, 2023, we're going to be having something really huge happening to bring us into the new season, spring, that we're moving into, and to herald us into the new astrological new year, which begins on March 20th, 2023. And this happens every single year on the equinox. When the sun comes to 0 degrees of Aries, that's when that portal opens, and that is when a new season is initiated. And it's always a time of new beginnings in relation to the cardinal signs Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And so now we're talking about Aries, and now we're talking about springtime. And so a day later, we have a new moon in the sign of Aries, and the sun and the moon are meeting up at 0 degrees of Aries, and that's very significant. I'm going to get into why. But, a couple of things just to clear right out of the way. This is at the very beginning of Aries season, and the sun has, at this point, really recently and newly moved into Aries. Just a day later, this is happening. This is 2 days away from Pluto moving into Aquarius, which is super significant, and I have another video about that. And then 2 days later, on the 25th, we have Mars finally changing signs and moving into Cancer. It's been retrograde in Gemini. It's been in Gemini since August 20th. It's moved into shadow on September 5th. It's stationed retrograde on October 30th. It's stationed direct on January 12th, and then it's leaving shadow the day that I'm filming this video, March 15th. And so Mars is going to be moving on. But with this cardinal energy, with this new season, we can break it down by the specific signs. And so, with Cancer, it deals with feeling coming into our, emotional selves, connecting with our home and family, our roots, ancestors, lineage, all those kinds of things like that, really getting in tune with our instincts, what makes us feel secure and comfortable. With Libra, it deals with relationships and the beauty in life. With Capricorn, it deals with our work and getting out into the world and achieving and manifesting our goals and dreams, and being very disciplined and structured and responsible and determined in that process. But now we're starting the astrological new year, all over again. We're moving into something new now. So this new moon is happening at 12:24 p.m. Central Time and 1:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be happening at 0 degrees and 50 minutes. So right at the beginning, the sun just entered Aries and the moon is just entering Aries. And so whenever you have planets or luminaries, such as the sun and the moon, or planets, or asteroids, or fixed stars, or points, that would be the North Node, South Node, Ascendant, Midheaven, at 0 degrees of Aries, then, or 0 degrees of the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, this is called the Aries point. And, in astrology, this is a time where it's, especially good and positive for initiating and new beginnings. And something within you needs to change and act and make something happen and take action. So that's what it is. And now we're moving full steam ahead into this astrological new year, and the official dates for the sun being in Aries, or Aries season, as it is called when the sun is in a certain sign, is from March 21st through April 19th, but the equinox falls between the winter solstice on December 21st and the summer solstice on June 21st. And on the equinox, the day and night are equal measure. And then the winter solstice, there's more, the day is the shortest and the night is the longest. The summer solstice is the opposite, so the night is the shortest. You have the longest day and the sun's highest in the sky, with its bright, brilliant energy. And it's at its highest point. And then September 22nd is the autumn equinox, where again the sun or the day and the night are at equal length of time. So, what it means in the themes of this full moon. So, Aries deals with action. It is not a sign that wants to be passive and wants to just, sit down and let other people take care of it. It is all about taking action, and it is a doing sign. It is a masculine sign that is ruled by the planet Mars in astrology, which deals with your assertive drive. It deals with movement, action, what propels you to react, what motivates you. It's about pushing forward, and it's about having the drive to, achieve what you desire. So this is the new moon to initiate any new habit pattern, any new project, any new um, relationship, anything new that you feel confident and inspired and enthusiastic and excited to initiate, and you feel called to initiate it. This is the new moon to do this, because new moons are times of initiation, but they're also times of reflection and going internal, and it begins the lunar cycle. And it's not so much an excitable new moon as opposed to a more quiet inner knowing that this is where I need to go. And this is right for me, even though we're talking about Aries, and it is a very big and loud and very bold and brave and courageous fire sign. And, Aries deals with courage. So, where can you have the courage to push beyond your limitations, to push beyond those factors that get in the way of you achieving what you want to, and being brave and taking new risks and taking new chances. It also deals with undergoing challenges, taking on a challenge and doing something new and pushing yourself to do something new, and and doing it anyway, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Um, and this isn't to say, jumping off a cliff or jumping off a cliff or anything like that, but that courage is there. And now is a good time to really be honest with yourself about how you want to show up in the world and live your life authentically. That's what it comes down to. This is the bottom line. Is Aries is about living a life that is according to what you want to live, and being assertive about what you want and you need, and um, unapologetically being who you are, as soul, living on this planet. So it's a time where you can be who you are, and it's about empowering yourself to be who you are and do what you want to do. And there's this sort of energetic time where it's time to get out and make something happen, and there's an energy with the Aries energy here. Is a doing energy, and now we're waking up. It's springtime in the northern hemisphere, where this flower is coming out, and the weather's getting warmer. It's sort of a calling to get out into the world and do new things and new endeavors. And this is really a beginning chapter of your life. And Aries deals with that fresh start, that that sense of this is a new beginning, and I have a right to initiate this. I have a right to do this or go after this, um, and um, and I want to. And it is where you can, um, and Jupiter is in Aries right now, so there's luck and growth and expansion and reward and positive blessings coming in when you take action. This is the new moon to take action. And so we have a couple of different things going on. So we have the Sun and Moon conjunct Mercury. And so this is an aspect where you can think, where your mind is more active, when you're coming up with so many more different possibilities, and your mind is awake and alert, and you have the energy to communicate what it is you want and plan for what it is you want to do, especially if it deals with communication, such as writing, speaking, or those kind of things. And then do what you want to do and bravely step forward in regards to communications, and being very mentally sharp in communicating your ideas very strongly and putting yourself out there when you're speaking. Example of this can be what I'm doing right now with this video. But there's, you're sort of feeling awake in the mind, shall we say. And it's very masculine. And if we were to take the Sun and Mercury and put it into gender in astrology, we have the Sun is masculine and Mercury is masculine. And Mercury is the messenger of the gods, which moves through a sign really, really quickly and travels all around and delivers messages. And it's a really fast, busy planet with a lot going on. And it's the closest to the Sun. So that's what happens when the Sun is conjunct Mercury and the Moon conjunct Mercury. And the Moon rules your emotional nature, connecting with others, nurturing others. And it's a time where we can communicate our feelings. That's sort of the first level about it. And we can connect with others, particularly people in our world, or particularly friends and family. And, we can open up to them about our feelings, about how we truly feel about them, and, communicate and show warmth and compassion and care, where we can really be there for them and be, emotionally available for them. And, um, you know, it's about having a conversation where we're speaking and listening to what the other person's feeling, and then, communicating what we're feeling. And relationships and communication become very important here. And, you could be experiencing several mood swings, where your emotions are very changeable, because Mercury rules both Gemini and Virgo, which are two mutable signs, and they're very changeable. So that could be there, where you could be feeling one way and then another way. And then it comes down to acting on your feelings as opposed to using logic and judgment. So you could be feeling more sort of emotionally reactive when it comes to, I feel like I want to do this or need to do this, so I'm going to act on it. And it's going to be very important to turn to your logical sense and balance that out with your emotions and your intuition, and inner knowing, I might add. So, acting on, I feel like I want to do this, I feel like I need to do this, but then balancing that out with logic. Is it practical to do? Is it logical to do? Um, And so, a couple of other things is the Sun sextile Pluto. This deals with having a lot of willpower and harnessing your power and having the courage and the focus and stamina and determination to cut out what no longer serves you, cut out negative patterns, um, and so, and also to really commit to what you want to do and achieve what you want to do. And it's about going all in with intensity, where you're driving the family from the end of the desert to that oasis, and you're, determined to get there, where you can latch onto a goal and latch onto a desire, and, get there and work toward that willingly, and you're very committed towards that. And so you may be feeling like you have a lot of power, where you can present yourself in ways where you have a lot of power over other people, and where you can transform them and influence them and impact them in healthy ways, not controlling, dictatorial ways, but maybe inspiring them to become better, playing an important role in influencing them in their lives, or being a role model, or being someone they look up to, or something like that, but not using your power in a destructive way. And there's a positive sense of um, um, just again knowing where to go and what to do. The same goes for the moon sextiling Pluto. So the moon's in Aries and Pluto is in Aquarius, and this is sort of a out of sign sextile because Pluto is going to move into Aquarius on March 23rd. But the moon sextile Pluto is about facing your true feelings, really getting honest about what you truly feel, as opposed to viewing life with rose-colored glasses, really getting down to the bottom step, or the ending of the hole, and going down to that hole and facing your true feelings, and feeling all those kind of things, and letting those feelings be there, so that you can heal, so that you can do have the shadow work going on, so that you can become better and more integrated with whatever it is with your feeling, be it positive or negative, where you're willing to go down to the depths to feel and heal and sit with those feelings, and become better and more transformed in the process. And so there's a willingness to transform, to be someone different than you are, on a soul level, to destroy what no longer serves you in terms of habit patterns that are breaking you down, that you want to get rid of, that you don't want to, that you don't want those patterns to be a part of your narrative anymore. And so it's a time to be very willing to end those compulsive and toxic patterns, and to change something about yourself that is better than you were before. And it's about how you're being a phoenix rising out of the ashes, and how you can destroy all the those negative things, and you can go down to the depths to find the true answers. Um, and those emotions that you may be feeling will be very intense, especially with the moon in Aries, is that the feelings may be very intense and very strong, and you really feel them. And so those are just my notes about that. And so this is really what it comes down to on this particular new moon in Aries on the 21st. Thank you for tuning into this video, and bye for now.